proud heritage. The land, its history, and its people have created a rich fodder for writers, musicians, artists, and poets. Storytelling has long been a format for the telling of family stories and tall tales. Back Porch Stories is a gift to the people of the Carolinas. 4 storytellers will be sharing their stories and experiences of growing up in this land and this event. Gary Carden. Gary was raised by his grandparents and grew up listening to Appalachian and Cherokee folk tales. Gary's session is entitled Preaching to the Chickens. Gary says, I told my first stories to my grandfather's chickens in a dark chicken house when I was 6 years old. My audience wasn't attentive and tended to get hysterical during the dramatic parts. Gary became a full-time storyteller in 1984 and has written both books and plays. Cynthia Moore Brown. Cynthia has been an acclaimed performer and educator for over 3 decades and is a star of stage, television, and radio. Her stories are frequently heard on NPR. Cynthia will be entertaining us with folk tales and ghost stories of the Teapot. She is the co-founder of the North Carolina Storytelling Guild and a festival organizer. Ramona Moore Eagle. Ramona has been educating and empowering audiences of all ages since 1976. Ramona will be presenting her session on American Indian culture and history, delivered through the art of storytelling, music, drumming, dance, and crafts. Dorothy Morrison. Dorothy says that my story, Shortening Bread, addresses the pains and pleasures of cotton mill life and race relations in Statesville, North Carolina in the 1950s. This performance highlights the rich musical heritage of this region, including country, bluegrass, and African American spirituals. The Morrison family struggled to the great and glad celebrations. Ray Morrison, Dorothy's nephew, will be accompanying her on the guitar, banjo, mandolin, and harmonica, a tradition passed down in her family for generations. Once upon a time. We're all familiar with the phrase once upon a time, and we know that when we hear that phrase, we're about to enjoy the next few minutes as we listen to stories. Back Porch Stories is the first event of a literary weekend in Wadesboro, North Carolina. Only an hour east of Charlotte, it is accessible to both Carolinas. This free event starts at 6:30 p.m. on Friday, April 13th in the Ansonia Theater on South Rutherford Street in Wadesboro. Also join us on Saturday, April 14th at the Lockhart Taylor Center on North Washington Street for the 4th Annual Carolina Writers Conference. Featured speakers are North Carolinian novelist Margaret Morrow and poet Anthony Abbott. Sessions will be held throughout the day on the craft of writing. Back Porch Stories and the Carolina Writers Conference are hosted or sponsored by the Anderson County Writers Club, South Piedmont Community College, and the Hampton B. Allen Public Library. For more information or to register in advance, go to the Anderson County Writers